Hey everyone, I'm on the ranch. It's your boy Brickhead, and we're gonna be doing some training. I noticed that in the first Ranch Beefs episode, I accidentally called myself Beefcake at the end. I'm actually Brickhead. That was an accident. We just come up with the names, and it was just a slip of the tongue. So anyway, let's get to some training. When I train, I use these boxing fly gloves. Why? Because my mommy got them for me for Christmas. Thank you, mommy. Anyway, I think these are 18 ounce. So, yeah. Plus, I gotta be punching this tree back here because I don't have a bag yet. But, this is Ranch Beefs, everyone. We train with what the ranch provides. And we do have plans for expansion, so don't worry. I'm planning to get a bag up in here to train with in the next couple of weeks. So don't you worry your pretty little head about that. These gloves should be enough to cushion me from the tree. And I'm not worried about wearing them out because they're pretty cheap gloves. So let's get to it. Before I get to any tree punching, see this thing around my waist? Well, these are resistance bands and they attach to my hands and feet so that I can train my strength and my speed while I train. I got these off Amazon for like around 30 bucks. So I want to be stronger and faster, so let's fucking go. I like to take my shoes off when I put the bottom ones on for your feet because this strap that holds your heel in here, I feel like it can kind of come loose a little bit sometimes. So I put my shoes on over it when I train because don't like that thing slipping off, especially if I'm in the middle of a spinning back kick or something. Snap back and hit me in my nuts. So that's no good. Last up, we got the gloves. So, oh, what? Did I accidentally grab two left gloves? Damn it. I'll be right back. All right, I got the right size glove. So, sorry, not right size glove. I got the right side glove because I only got two left gloves for some reason. I first grabbed them. Oopsie daisy. I really want to get laced gloves, but I'm probably gonna have to get two pairs if I do, because most of the time, nobody's there to help me put them on. Cap's a little loose. Never done boxing sparring with these bands on before. Not actual like bag like training. It's technically in a bag, but those bouncing around really works your feet. I had a leg injury last year that hasn't fully healed. So doing a lot of muscle conditioning for my legs, strengthening those tendons, that'll help me a lot in this martial arts journey. Also, don't worry about me getting injured. I know it looks like I took a pretty big shot against Pharaoh's Breath, but this grass is slippery out here. Once we get a ring, you'll see me people in general tripping a lot less. Even in my fight against Beefcakes, He went for that roundhouse and he slipped on the ground.
Oh.
These leaves are just out here being slippery as hell. We host boxing matches in this sand ring over here. I mean, you see that fenced in area right there? There's a ring made of, it's got like sand on the ground. It's a lot more grippy than the grass, but problem is, if we're doing MMA, that means people are going on the ground and people don't like getting sand all over their clothes. But we're planning on getting some space where we might be able to put a ring soon, so be on the lookout for that. But I think it's enough time for my break. Let's get back to sparring. I'm gonna try practicing my spinning back kick. I've never done it with these bands on, so I'm gonna try and go maybe a little bit slower. Try to get it right. Say hi to Precious. Not expecting to give from these bands. A little bit heavier than you expect. Gotta push these leaves out of the way to attempt this. Be safe. The injury was on my left leg, by the way. So if I'm a little slower on that side, you'll know why. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to practice my spinning back kick over here. I usually practice it on a different tree with less leaves around it. So let's just continue practicing boxing combinations right now. Can't believe I just missed. You see what I was doing though? Between 1-2s, 1-2 guard. See that? Keep that habit. I'm training someone else right now. They drop their guard a lot. I'm no master, but I know a thing or two. And that's what I try to encourage. Keep that guard up between combinations. So this is the one I was doing earlier. 2 jabs. One straight to the body, left bead hook, then a 2. All right, so we're gonna do that one again. And I'm just gonna go do that to failure. I noticed in this footage that when I'd throw my first 2 jabs, I tend to throw 1 jab and then just tap with my fist after pulling back a little bit before throwing another punch. And I really need to pull my arm back and throw another jab for that combination next time I practice it. So that's something I need to improve on, because I can't just throw a jab and then tap and have that actually work in a real fight. I did it wrong that time. Sorry guys. I know my cardio seems like shit right now, but I just ate. So this thing's kind of squeezing my gut. Slowing me down a little bit. I don't like excuses though. So let's move on to spinning back kick training. As you can see, this tree doesn't have as many leaves around it near the base, so I can get a little bit more balance. So normally when I'm practicing my spinning back kicks, I like to keep my stance a little bit wider, a little bit more facing the side. Just keep that back kick a little bit like already done with the spin. Because when you start from like a Muay Thai stance here, you gotta pull it all the way back from here. And you start from karate or taekwondo stance. By the way, in case you didn't know this about me, my taekwondo base, my martial arts base is taekwondo. I'm almost a black belt. Technically I'm not, but that's another story for another day. Point is, now you know a little bit more about me. Get a little bit close that time. Let me make a target. so I can practice on my accuracy. This part right here. Got it, but my balance was off. Got to work on that distance too. Still a little bit sore from my sparring yesterday.
For this next one, my form was pretty good up until after the kick. Because I didn't land my target, I ended up standing in this really weird pose. It's also my left leg again. As you can see after my kick, when I slip, on my balance leaves my left leg because I didn't hit my target and my left leg isn't that strong. It's also muddy as hell out here.
Let's switch some boxing combinations. Don't want to wear out my legs too much. This is still a recovery day. This is just light training. Only just do 1-2s with these bands on until I get tired. I'm not gonna do super heavy punches. It is starting to get through my knuckles a little bit with these trees. It's one of the main things that sucks about purely ranch sparring, not having a bag, is that my knuckles start to hurt after a little bit, but you know what? That's just conditioning in disguise. Gotta see the silver lining.
Something I noticed about my punches is that my hands drag a little bit and I'm punching a little bit lower than my head. My most common sparring partner is Beefcake, so I should start trying to punch higher, especially since it would give more give from the bands. So that's something I could improve on for my next sparring. Y'all know I always watch my sparring and my training over and over again to see how I can improve, so just giving a little bit of commentary for you. My jabs were also losing a lot of power because I was putting a lot of power into my straights, not enough power into my jabs. Gotta just focus on form more, not so much speed, but these bands do give a little bit of pull, makes it harder sometimes. Plus the tree just gets harder and harder the more you punch it on your knuckles, so hopefully this problem will stop once I get an actual bag to train on. Just makes it all that much more important to practice form.
Guess I gotta work on my cardio more. Let's take a break. We're just doing a short break real quick. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water after this, and then we'll continue what we're doing. I know my form's not great, but to twist your body, twist your hips, really throw your weight into those punches, you kind of gotta use your legs a lot more, and I'm a little bit slower in that left one, like I said. So while we're just sitting here together on my break, let me do a little bit of commentary on the last couple of fights, because I'm a very, I feel like I obsess a little bit over the fighting. Every time I have a sparring session, I watched over at least like 5 times in slow-mo sometimes, just to see every little mistake I made, try to make game plans for my next fight. Something that's a little bit different about sparring with all those pads on versus regular sparring is sometimes when you're throwing these combinations, I'm obviously hitting light because I'm sparring against my friends for the most part, and I don't want to hurt anyone, but especially because some people are squeamish about fighting, you know, I sort of dragged everyone into this thing. But whenever they're getting hit and the punches are just kind of like doing a hard tap, people will just start walking through your combinations and walking you down. Oh! Sorry, is that too hard? Which is fine for my training, because you still need to be able to react to those situations, because some fighters just have a strong ass chin, and there's really nothing you can do about that. But another thing is I've only sparred, for the most part, against people who have a massive weight advantage on me. Me, Brickhead, I weigh 170. Beefcakes, he weighs over 230. So, yeah, he has a massive weight advantage on me, over 50 pounds. So, yeah, no shit, I lost to him. I'm not going to feel salty about anything, especially because he's my brother. I only spar to get better. This whole ranch beefs thing is just for fun, which I hope you guys enjoy it, by the way. And my friend Pharaoh's Breath also has a massive weight advantage on me. Not only that, but my wrestling knowledge and my jiu-jitsu is very weak. Probably my weakest martial art. And I got my ass beat by him because I didn't know how to wrestle, and he's heavier than me. So those are already a nasty combination. And the wrestling was really where he got me.
15! Get him! 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds.
In that fight, I like to fight someone that's around my weight, and another one of my friends is. So a new ranch beefs contender may potentially arise soon. So be on the lookout for that. But I think he's a little bit nervous to hop into full MMA, so he may just do boxing. Because, like I said, this is street beefs. I'm trying to make like a scrapyard, street beefs type of thing, but on a ranch, because we live on a ranch. So that was basically my whole idea with the thing. And I do want to eventually build up a more boxing gym and like a sort of a home boxing gym, but big enough for people to use, you know. I'm sorry guys, let me just interrupt myself for a second. Look at that view. You only get that in the country, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we have a scale now, so we can actually pit fighters up against people that are around their weight. But I did say big group of friends for the whole fighting thing, like come watch me and my big group of friends. But some of them we may not see for months. Like some of them just got shit going on in their adult lives. So don't be too bloodthirsty for new ranch beefs contenders. I'll still try to make as much content as possible with the people that come around a lot, because a few of my friends that come out around super often. But for the most part, like ranch beefs is just gonna be mostly with like 7 people, and then occasionally we'll get another person once they're not busy, probably every few months. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Anyway, that's enough commentary for now. We're training up new fighters, so I know people that want to get into it, but they're not ready yet, so we're still training them up. So we'll be able to get more momentum as we go on. This is enough of a break for me. I'm gonna go grab a sip of water and then we'll continue. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to cut training short for today. I need to go do something. Something came up. So we're gonna have to skip the shadow boxing section of today's training and the footwork training. So, but let me know if you guys want to see more training videos in the future, because I will be posting more, but I'm probably going to try to get some of the other contenders to train, maybe post some training videos if they're not too shy around the camera. So let me know if you guys want to see that, because if you guys don't really care about the training vids that much, then I'll just keep posting me. But if you guys want to see other contenders training, let me know. I'll reach out to them, see if they maybe want to get into training, but might have to supply some gear for them, and I don't mind doing that. When you want to start something like ranch beefs, sometimes you just got to take stuff out of pocket. I don't think a lot of these guys have gear, so if I have to buy some cheap shitty boxing gloves for everyone so that they can train while they're at home, then I might have to do that. But don't think I'm going to be buying any gym gear for anyone. Like, not gym gear, but like gym gear is the best way to put it. But I mean like equipment, like bags, heavy bags, like no Century Bobs or shit, especially because how expensive those are. Just boxing gloves would probably be the full extent of stuff I get for someone to train with. So, yeah, I do plan on growing this ranch beef things really big. it's just going to start out with me and my friends, ladies and gentlemen. Once we really start to grow, not just as a channel, but also as a legitimate martial arts group with some decent quality gyms people can actually train at. Hoping to make this into a side hustle one day. You know, never give up on your dreams. Potentially becoming an amateur fighter at some point. Again, never give up on your dreams. But, hell, we might even be able to sell out venues maybe one day. I don't know. Probably not. That's just my dream, though. If you guys like this little, vlog-style sparring. A little bit off the cuff, unscripted. Hope you enjoyed my rattling, my waffling about, as some would say. I don't like cutting my training short, especially since I now have 2 losses on my record. Doesn't really matter to me that much, because I know I'm fighting people way heavier than me, so I am obviously at a disadvantage every time, but I still like to win. Everyone likes to win. And I've lost most of the sparring sessions I've done so far. But one of the main reasons for that is just a leg injury. If I was in peak physical condition, I'd probably be winning a lot more. But part of the martial arts journey is never giving up, even through adversity, which includes the shit going on with my leg right now. I do have a lot more conditioning and stuff I'm going to be able to do to heal that leg a lot more quickly. So don't worry about me not being in physical condition, because it's gonna happen. And I'm probably gonna be joining a gym to get some more knowledge under my belt before I try to do anything official here. But the ultimate dream is to own my own gym and to be a professional fighter. Goodbye, everyone. Ranch Beefs for life. And God, look at that beautiful pink skyline. The country, folks.